Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to show you the best heroine in spring 2021. But before we get started, be sure to hit the like button and ring the notification bell for more videos. A heroine in the anime world refers to the dominating female figure in the anime series, which will usually appear as a companion of the male main character. It's common for the heroine to be portrayed as a beautiful and seductive character, as the main task of the heroine isn't only to tease the main character, but also the audience. However, heroine characters frequently appear in unusual forms, such as with an emotional nature, and are sometimes depicted as having yandere characters. Here's a list of the best heroine in spring 2021. We hope you enjoy the video. Number 10 is Azusa from I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Azusa is a reincarnated character who becomes the main protagonist in this series. Before she was reincarnated as a witch, Azusa was a Japanese woman who died from overwork. She was reincarnated as an immortal witch. Azusa runs her life by killing slimes as a form of income. After 300 years, however, her level becomes maxed out as a result, and consequently the most powerful being in the world. Since her reincarnation, Azusa takes on the appearance of a young European woman with blonde hair and her witch's garments with a large pointed hat she always wears. Azusa is generally characterized as a laid-back and carefree individual, taking things at her own pace and encouraging others to do the same. Additionally, she is also very charitable and hospitable, having befriended and accepted a wide range of different people and species, such as adapting to slimes, Falfa and Shellsha. Number 9 is Ryona Kisaragi from Full Dive. The ultimate next-gen Full Dive RPG is even shittier than real life. Ryona is the one who sold Kiwame Quest to Hiro, the main protagonist. She's one of the best appearances in the spring with a beautiful face and a proportional body. However, her nature looks quite strange from the beginning, especially her enthusiasm for the Kiwame Quest. Although normally showing a cheerful and friendly demeanor, Ryona has a more manipulative scheme behind. Painfully aware of her beauty, she has successfully seduced Hiro into buying the game. Number 8 is Hinata Tachibana from Tokyo Revengers. The main cause of the problem in the early arc of Tokyo Revengers is arguably a figure named Hinata Tachibana, where the main character must experience various suffering so that Hinata doesn't suffer bad luck in the future. Whether as a middle schooler or an adult, Hinata is beautiful and seductive. Besides, she has a very outgoing personality who is highly optimistic in various situations beyond her control. Number 7 is Rebecca Bluegarden from Eden Zero. If you see Lucy in a mirrored version of her, you're not alone. Rebecca is an adventurous woman who has a job as a beekeeper from the planet Bluegarden. Having a not much different appearance to Lucy fairy tale, Rebecca is a friendly and cheerful individual with an ambitious side and desires millions of subscribers for her Aineko channel. Rebecca considers herself as a famous beekeeper who is willing to use her body charms to get more views. Above all, Rebecca is a very kind and selfless person. Number 6 is Snow from Competence Will Be Dispatched. The best Nikki character of spring 2021 is held by Snow, a female figure in the anime Competence Will Be Dispatched. Since the beginning, she was introduced as an authoritarian figure who prouds with her position as an honored warrior. However, Snow is also greedy. When it comes to money, she will show her true nature to grab the money. Besides, she'll forget her own pride as a royal warrior. Number 5 is Fladilena Melois from 86. Fladilena Melois, more commonly known as Lena by her friends, is an elite Republic commissioned officer who rose to the rank of major at a young age. She is the commander of Shinen Nozen and the Spearhead Squadron. Lena was later promoted to colonel at the age of 18 and was sent as the Republic of Sun Magnolia's representative for the 86th Strike Package, of which she is the tactical commander. She's a beautiful woman with her long hair. Despite her past as a noble family, She shows an indifference to the social opinion that she considers immoral and useless. Number 4 is Sayu Ogiwara from Higehiro after being rejected, achieved and taken a high school runaway. Sayu is a high school student and the main heroine in the series. She's a runaway high school girl from Hokkaido who ended up in Tokyo. Sayu is a beautiful young girl with her short hair. Although still quite young, she has the features of a grown woman. Since leaving her hometown in Hokkaido, Sayu has been living in a moving place relying on her attractive face, which she eventually meets with Yoshida. Number 3 is Hayase Nagatoro from Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Hayase is one of the 2 main characters of the Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro manga series. She's a high school student who constantly teases and bullies her senpai. She is an energetic, athletic, and arguably popular girl. Her daily activities are spent teasing her senpai, that sometimes bluffs to find happiness for herself. Even so, Nagatoro can sometimes be embarrassed because of her own behavior. Number 2 is Kuro Hashida from Osamake rom-com Where the Childhood Friend Won't Lose. Kuro Hashida, also known as Kuro, is the main heroine and the childhood friend of Sueharu Maru who lives next door to him. She's a short girl with a very grown-up body. Kuro always acts as a big sister to Sueharu and protects and takes care of him. There are moments where she wants to be spoiled, but her self-control is strong and she keeps it to herself. Although she looks perfect, Kuro has a dark side who is a very manipulative person and always thinks about the ends, no matter the means. Number 1 is Ichika Arima from Koikimo. Ichika is the main protagonist in Koito Yobu ni wa Kimochiwaru anime series. She was initially introduced as the best friend of Ryo Amakusa. With her appearance as a high school girl, Ichika's character flows through the story progresses. She often speaks harshly to Ryo. She basically has her own feelings to him. Well, that's all the list of the best heroine in spring 2021. Do you have any favorite characters in the list? If you do, let us know in the comment section below. Be sure to hit the like button and share this video as much as you can to your friends if you really enjoy this. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time.